Today's What's New Wednesday. What's New Wednesday?
You've been calling
What's the name? Yeah. I'm Cindy Daycheck with B Creations. We go live every Wednesday, with a few exceptions, but pretty much every Wednesday to show you what's new, what's happening in the shop. And it's a hot one, but we're trying having the big roll-up door wide open here so that we don't swelter and I don't speak at the speed of light before I melt away. So we're seeing how that goes. Monday's video was all about thrift finds and turning them into kind of floral decor. And as much as I did one that I think was pretty much a given as to how it could be refinished, I did do a meat grinder and a potato masher. So if you want to see how either of those turned out, right now I think that the potato masher is winning from all of the comments that I'm getting off of YouTube. People are commenting that they're racing out to go thrift a bunch of potato mashers now that they never considered how they could be turned into decor items. So check that one out if you're intrigued or you need to know. Fridays is a painting. So we're going to be I'm playing with some watercolor full size this time because I'm playing with a couple of techniques and I didn't think that I could do it small in a little journal. It would be difficult. So you can check that one out. And whoever's pushing hearts, I'm loving you. So thank you for that one. So today, you know what? Just a nice assortment as usual. It's, kind of, I like when I have a little bit of a number of different things rather than just a lot of one thing. But, you kind of go with what you have. So I need glasses on. Oh, hey, Gail. Hi. Okay. So first up is this big, tall pottery jar. Now, this is a professional pottery house because it's got a stamp. JL, I don't know what that means. And these guys are so hard to track down. But it's got that lovely lid. It's in the beige kind of and brown speckle. With a little bit of, I don't know what kind of plant that would be, but
bamboo probably.
I was thinking bamboo, but I wasn't sure. But just such a nice size, nice and beautiful, very heavy. It's definitely solid. It's $15. So I'm getting a couple of the big things out of the way here. This little planter, not handmade pottery necessarily. I mean, it's commercial pottery. A lovely kind of ellipse shape. So elliptical, a little bit of an oval, and in kind of the mottled gray tones. I like this because you can have, I like shapes that are different than just round for planters, just for a change. And especially depending upon what you're looking at doing. I mean, this would be lovely with a bonsai. It would work with succulents, but as well, some lovely trailing plants. And it lends itself to a couple of multiple plants, I think. So $8 for that one. And let me come over to the big Mama Jamma. Is this big red speckled enamelware. Now, this is not a vintage item because it did have the remnants of what looks like a made in China sticker on the bottom. So it's not precious, but it does not have any chips or cracks on it. It's got the lovely black rim. $16 because I almost never get them or see them in this size. And just because it happened to coordinate, I have a ladle. Now, I'm selling them separate because you don't necessarily want a ladle with the big bowl, or you don't necessarily want the big bowl, but you want the ladle. So, I'm leaving it up to you. $6. $6 for the ladle. Now, this is also not vintage. This is from Bread and Butter, which is a company that does their design in Australia, made in China, of course, but all the design work is in Australia. So obviously stoneware, fluted pie plate, quiche pan. But I love the finish on this. Look at the ombre finish and the coloring on that. Now they call it gray. It pulls more green for me, like a little bit more teal, kind of like a green gray. But it says gris on the bottom, and I don't know why Australia is speaking in French, but
Because it's a French pie plate.
because it's a French pie plate. Okay, there you go. But love this. $14, and it is in as new condition for that guy. These little guys I'm selling as a pair, so they're almost like little flan dishes, and two different colors, and they come with their own little woven wicker baskets. So perfect for little dips if you were doing bread into olive oil and balsamic, and you wanted a couple of dishes for the table, or you were doing melted butter for some lobster that you were doing. Just, if you were doing a lot of sushi and you wanted your wasabi and your soy sauce together. So I'm selling the pair together for $8. So you get the two little dishes and the little wicker holders for those. So they're just super cute. This vase. So this is a Laura Ashley design vase, and it looks Laura Ashley, does it not? So it's a Laura Ashley design, stamped Laura Ashley, and I just thought it was cute. I just thought that in the soft pinks and yellows, it's just kind of nice, soft, kind of romantic, sort of girly kind of look. For $12, but this was designed specifically for FTD. Now, I don't usually pick up FTD vases and things, but because it was Laura Ashley and because it was kind of special looking, I made an exception. Just because it was kind of different looking. I will show you this, but I took it out of inventory. Said hi. Yeah. Okay. I took it out of inventory because I just started looking at it. It was kind of one of those ugly, cute things, right? So you would fill in the little bunny tail, the little mouse tail here. It's a cheese shaker in the shape of a mouse, but I don't know why I didn't notice sooner. But looking at it from the back, I think I just never really looked at it from the back. I just checked out the cork from the back. And I can see that the ears had been re-glued. Now, they did a decent job, but I took it off the listing. But if you're buying something and you're going, toss the mouse in, if you're the first person to ask me to do that, you can have the little mouse for free. He's just kind of ugly cute, but, a little cheese shaker. And I loved the cork in the back. And sad he's broken. Sad I didn't notice sooner. Just the way it goes. Okay, this guy is, Nick, there's a list up over on my desk of a page that has a listing of pricing on stuff. I think it's on the right-hand side. There you go. I'm thinking maybe that's it. So this is a solid brass knocker. It's old, it's vintage. It, has got natural wear and patina. But this guy used is selling online for $60. Now, I got him because I love picking up old, cool things like this because I always think I can do some kind of a project. I'm not going to get to that project right away. So I get people saying, can't you list it? I have people that come into the shop here and they shop my stash. So they're buying unfinished things and they're buying things before I even get them listed. I sold 2 really tall, big red candlesticks today. I haven't even listed them yet. So they get the advantage, and I get a lot of people saying, well, why don't you list some of those things so we can get them? So This guy, big, solid, you could certainly buff him all up and use him as is. It's kind of like in the Victorian style. I think, like if you look like this emblem section right here, just kind of lends itself to doing some kind of like a little decoupage or a little transfer in there. So if I was refinishing it all, I'd probably do something.
You put somebody's name in there too.
Yeah, you could put somebody's name in there. So $10 for this, certainly not the 60 it's going for online. And it's solid and it's got its screws there because they keep jabbing me. This little guy is just a super cute handmade plate with, I love the little lip on the plate. So that raised edge, that raised lip. Now, I call this a tree plate because of the tree, but can you see that it looks almost like it's like a reindeer head, like with the antlers? Do you see? Can you see like the reindeer?
What are you smoking?
I'm not smoking anything, but it just kind of looks like it could be the antlers. And okay, I'm still sticking with tree. That was my first thing, but I think there's other possibilities that you could see in this. But it's just a nice, lovely, handmade, unique plate for $7. Oh, I don't want to put that there. I'll never get it out. Okay. This guy, just a cute green glass turtle-shaped candle holder. So can fit a tea light in there, could fit a little short little stubby candle that the name is escaping me as to what those are called right now. Votive. But I think it'd be super cute with a little succulent planted in him and using him as a little planter. I just think he'd be adorable as a planter. $7 for him. Just solid kind of green glass. I love that green glass kind of color. Now, this, online they called it a feather platter, right? That these were all feathers.
But if you look close, you can see a reindeer, I think.
No, but I think they look more like leaves or wheat sheets. I would have called it a wheat platter myself, mostly because of the color, I think, but it's listed as a feather platter for $14. So nice and solid. I love kind of that soft wheat color to it, and then the whitewashed effect on it. So I like that. Oh, let's do this little mug. So this is a handmade pottery mug. I'm calling it Birds on a Wall. So you can see the birds all sitting on there all the way around the mug, and just a unique handle, right? So for the one finger, but you've got your thumb rest. So it's quite comfortable. Light baby kind of turquoisey color on the inside for $8 for that little handmade one. And this has got kind of a bit of a textured feel to it. It's just super cute. I like that. It's just different. I have one really unique thing that I'm going to show soon. This, I don't often get in like a lot of really good china. This is Coport. And if you guys are familiar with it, it tends to sell for a bundle. This is the Indian tree design. So Coport is from England. This is a raised saucer. So you can see that it's got quite a lip. And then you have the handleless. I couldn't think of that. Going, it doesn't have a sticky outy thing on the side. So handleless cup and or a really fancy sugar bowl. I mean, it could easily go for like a sugar bowl, but
it could be a small soup bowl too, like
a very delicate appetizer soup bowl. Okay,
bisque or something.
Could be.
Lobster bisque.
So these, the Coport Indian tree design, just a cup with a handle, sells online for about $55. So I'm selling the set for $14. So if it's a pattern that you particularly like, or you like collecting really nice, unique individual cups, I think that one's kind of special. I like that one a lot. I'm just looking which way I'm going here. A set of 2 little leaf bowls. These are originally from Pier 1. I got a black matte backing to them, and they've got kind of a little bit of a crackle glaze interior. So you get it in the kind of the caramel color and the light green. And I think these are just perfect for putting out on a table with maybe like a little tapenade or an herb butter or red pepper jelly, which I have on my mind because I just made some. Although I'm having the hardest time getting things to set this year. I made delicious strawberry sauce as opposed to strawberry jam, as opposed to strawberry jam, but it's delicious over ice cream. And my red pepper jelly, I added more pectin than it was supposed to, just because I was a little self-conscious of things not setting, and it still didn't want to set. It's delicious. It's just a little runny. So a little disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go to this guy. This is a ceramic trivet. I just really like it because it's got like the raised scroll work. I love the color. I love the shape of it. And it's something different than just round, right? Like just a round trivet. $11 for this guy. And I love that color. Sort of, it's almost like a really deep duck egg blue. A little more gray tone than green to it. Just, you know. Okay. This is a set of 4 Arcarac of France color block and fluoro glass plates. These are in perfect condition. $13 for the set of 4 of these. And I forgot to record pricing on them, but it's a good price. $13 for 4. I think they were coming in about $8 a piece, roughly, I think in my head. Okay, this little find. This little heavy solid iron fish. Right? So he's just, his price tag's not going to want to stay on him. On this side, he says 510, and this side he just has a little bit of scroll work. And when I looked him up, this was the coolest thing. So it's called a lucky iron fish. And what this is for is this was designed originally by health workers in Cambodia. And it's designed to help be used for those that are suffering from iron deficiency or anemia. You put this little guy into maybe your soup pot, or if you're boiling water, like for rice, that sort of thing, you would add him into all of those dishes that you're cooking on the stove. And as the little guy gets heated up, he is leaching out some iron into the dishes. And it's deliberately to combat iron deficiency and anemia. I just thought it was the cutest little story. I just liked him because he was cute. I just thought it was a really awesome little decor piece. Apparently, these lucky iron fish start at $35 online. This little guy's $9. But I had originally looked to see if he had like a little ring here that he had been a weight on, like in a clock maybe, or if the 510 referred to how many grams he was because he was part of, a weight set, right? I did not see the whole lucky iron fish story coming out of this, and you learn something new every day. So that was interesting find and an interesting learning about that little guy. So just thought that was fun. Okay, this little guy, this is an Anthropology mug. I'm trying to think. I can't remember what the pattern is called. I like it. It's kind of got the decor, the cheerful, bright kind of colored decor on the outside and then on the inside. And then it's got a little turquoise flower raised up here and on the inside of the handle. And again, like all Anthropology mugs, this guy goes for like $35. I mean, $8 in my shop, because I sell most individual mugs for $8. This is no exception. Super cute.
The pattern is Floral Cadiz.
Floral Cadiz, that's it. I didn't write it down, but Floral Cadiz is the pattern. And yeah, much better at $9 than $35. Okay, these guys. Another fish. Another fish. So I have a set of 4 of these. These are from Mudpie, so they're contemporary, but Mudpie makes some of the most stinking cute little things. So this is redware pottery, white glaze for the fish, and then it's got the overlaid metal tail. So a set of 4 of these guys for $14. And I just think that they are the cutest little kind of appetizer or dessert plates or little side plates. Just, they're so sweet. So yeah, when I saw them, I was not surprised to see that it was Mudpie, because they do some really cute things. These guys are also a really cool find. This is from Noritake. This is their Hawaiian Holiday pattern. So very MCM, mid-century modern, right? In design and coloration. It's got the flat sides, and they're in perfect condition, which you would not normally see. The sugar alone goes for $28 online. I couldn't find anybody that actually had the little creamer to go with it. But we're doing $14 for the set.
The picture looks a lot greener than
it looks a lot greener on the picture than this. It's kind of like a lime green. It's kind of fun, kind of funky. I just really, they're just super cute, super kind of mod looking. Okay, last thing before I forget to lift it, I have this big wicker tower. So it's 6 levels. They're all kind of scooped with chicken wire. It's got the wicker and the wire. This is $16. Now, originally, it's a wine bottle holder. So you've got one open side here to be able to fit the bottles in. But quite honestly, it's just so cute that I would think well beyond the wine bottles, unless you really like wine. And then, you know, you could fit your wine bottles in there. But I think you could fit just about anything in there and make it super cute. And I think that that's where I would go with it, because I don't really drink anymore.
not any less, but
I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. I was never a big drinker anyway, but all of a sudden my body has just changed and going, all alcohol just tastes wrong. It just tastes bad. I used to enjoy a glass of wine. Not anymore. Nick, however, is making up for it, and he's enjoying wine on my behalf. Everybody gives me wine as gifts, so he just lucks out all the time. So he's a happy guy. All right, so that's it for my findings for this week. Kind of a cool, I actually found, I actually got a lot in this week, but I know that I'm going on holiday soon. We'll be going on holiday the 20th to returning on the 28th. So that week, which is
not next
a
week,
couple of
but
weeks, 2 weeks already. Oh my gosh.
Next weekend we're heading out.
Okay, so yeah, coming up very soon, and I will miss the Wednesday live. The shop will be open online. I just won't be shipping out until my return, but I'm going to be going up to my sister's cottage, and that's where the awesome dump is. And I will be going to the dump once, occasionally twice a day.
You might want to video.
So I think last year I did do a video from there anyway, just showing you some of the stuff that I had picked up so far during the week. We'll see how that goes. It really depends. It's hit and miss, but sometimes I've gotten awesome finds. They're just unbelievable stuff, in which case then I'll just want to chat about it. We'll see how it goes. But I will be here next week. So looking forward to seeing you then. If you got questions about anything that I've shown you, let me know. But otherwise, have at it. They go live just before. You can find everything on the website, queenbeecreationshome.com. There is a tab at the top that says new this week, and that's where all of the new items will be found each week. Take care. Hope you guys have a great week and weekend, and I will see you next week. Check out the videos. Love you guys.